Okay, let's go again. We'll play e5 again. Welcome back to ICC again. Um, yeah, let's play another 15-minute game. Why not? These have been pretty cool. All right, let's go for another modern Steinitz. Very yeah, very fun opening to play. One of my favorites. Not my only weapon against e4, but I occasionally play it. Oh, I should have played
Friend departed.
bishop to it doesn't matter really. You could play knight f6 here. I usually play bishop d7, but okay, knight f6. It's just transposition. It all leads to the same thing basically. Of course, there's the added option of taking on c6 here, but yeah, I don't fear that. It transposes to the delayed exchange variation of the Ruy. So who am I playing here? CitizenDane. Played 581 5-minute games. Wow. That's a lot of 5-minute chess right there. Okay. Alright. So obviously my opponent is not very familiar with this. Oh man. That English though. Okay, spent a bit of time there. So bishop d7 now, I guess. Bishop d7 takes. I can also just play b5. Um All right, let's go b5. This is a bit crazy transposition, but it should be all right. Actually, maybe I'll play if bishop b3, I'm going to play bishop e7 and transpose to a different line. That's still equally playable, of course. It's sort of weird, but you could play it like that. Yeah, I should have played bishop d7. I sort of just casually played yeah, I sort of casually played knight f6 here. Should have played bishop d7. But okay, it's all good. It's still very known stuff. Very familiar with it, yeah. Okay. So, no fianchetto this time. Not the fianchetto variation. But bishop e7 isn't totally crazy. It's more of a normal Ruy Lopez. Oh no. This is very dry. Alright, I'm going to take with the knight just to kind of keep it fresh and funky. It's actually not so bad. White playing c3 makes it a bit weird, but for him, I mean. But yeah, you can in all of these Ruy Lopez lines, you can always take on e5. Um, of course, I'll pre-move taking back with the bishop. Okay, so White having played c3 makes this a bit weird because the knight would, of course, like to go to that square, but
Check.
b5 isn't so great either necessarily. You could play a4 now and try to strike there. The pawn structure is very symmetrical, of course. I think I have a bit easier time developing my pieces. For example, c4, bishop b6, bishop b7 would be nice. Okay, that's a bit slow, I think. Okay, he's obviously protecting e4. I was actually expecting knight to d2, but okay. Yeah, f3 is normal. So we'll play c5 now. Gaining space. This is a bit controversial, but I want to get some imbalance going in the position. Playing c4 at some point would be nice. Yeah. Bishop b6, bishop b7, maybe even king e7 and not castling. Yeah, black should already be equal, if not better, as you have a bit more space and fluent development. Yeah, if you're gonna play the whatchamacallit, the d takes e5 stuff, you should probably not play c3 necessarily. Okay, so a4, he's trying to get active play. That makes sense, of course. I have a choice. I could play bishop b7 or rook b8. Both are probably good. Bishop b7 could lead to more trades, which I'm not really liking. I'd rather keep pieces on, but let's see. I can also play c4 immediately. All right, let's keep pieces on. I'm gonna play rook to b8. Maybe bishop b7 might be best. I have a feeling maybe, but yeah, I want to keep material on. Okay. Maybe even after taking on b5, maybe I can consider taking with the rook even. Okay, maybe not, but okay, added options, of course. Okay, I'm gonna get a sip of Mountain Dew. So, yeah. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. Okay, so we took on b5. I'll just take back with the pawn like I intended in the first place. Okay. So what is going on here? Alright, I don't think white should castle. I think it's a, yeah, an endgame almost, where the king belongs in the center. King e2, king e7, those kinds of maneuvers. Yeah. Okay, so he's going for that. Okay. Bishop b6, knight a3. Yeah, that could be annoying. Okay, how should I defend that pawn? Interesting. Bishop b6 is obviously the first choice that comes to mind. There's also the somewhat strange knight to d7 to consider. But I want my knight on f6 to cover the d5 square, so yeah, forget about that. So bishop b6, knight a3. How to continue there? Maybe just bishop d7 or something. Okay. So now the rook can't go to a7, which is of course good. Okay, so knight a3 is what I'm expecting. So are my pawns weaknesses or strengths? They control a lot of space, but they could be attacked maybe. Yeah, white does have good lines for his bishops, so maybe not so clear. I still feel okay. I feel like it should be just very equal-ish, you know? Yeah, that's really great chess terminology, right? Equal-ish. Okay, oops. So, what is white thinking about? Castling, knight a3, knight to d7, or knight to a3, excuse me. Bishop c2, I don't really understand what that move is doing. Wasn't the bishop very active on b3? Why move it back? b4, maybe? Is that the idea? Interesting. Okay. Bishop c2, that seems very strange. I don't know why you would move the bishop off that line. Now I'm wanting to play bishop to e6 almost to like take advantage of that. Maybe he was fearing c4, maybe, but that's not really working, I don't think. Alright, so just king to e7, I guess. Should be very normal. King to e7, b4. But that's not really a huge threat though, right? Okay, so now I'm getting ready to connect my rooks and rook to d8 at some point. Okay, castling. Okay, interesting. Alright, so bishop e6, I guess. One point being that after knight a3, maybe I have b4 now. So knight a3, b4 could be good. I was briefly concerned about rook to a6, but yeah, I don't think that leads to a whole lot. At the very least, I have bishop c8 again to kick it away. Maybe. I'm not really fearing that, though. So now if I could get rook h to c8, get my other rook supporting my pawns, and, you know... Now there's also, of course, bishop c4 to consider. Okay, so b4, yeah, you can try that, for sure. If I take now, we have the trades. Should be very good for me. c4 also doesn't look so bad. Interesting. Okay, so what about putting my rook h to c8 anyways, just not reacting, getting another piece into the game. Yeah, yeah, I like this idea. Supporting my c-pawn and getting my last piece developed to a good square. So I'm already anticipating opening up the c-file, and it gains an extra strength because after if it was my move, c takes b4, the c-pawn on c3 is pinned because of the bishop hanging. So rook there. Okay, so I can't take on I can't move my c-pawn. But I can defend everything, like so, with knight to d7. Once again, threatening maybe to take the c-pawn. Yeah, it seems very very solid for black here. Yeah. White's knight on b1 doesn't seem very strong. Doesn't seem to do much, influence the position in any way. Still not developed, etc. Okay, and I can also play f6 at some point to support e5 if I need to. But yeah. So what does white need to do? White needs to react to the c takes c takes b4 threat. So I'm actually rather expecting b takes c5 here. And then I'll take with the bishop. So takes here, bishop takes, knight takes. I'm threatening the rook, and knight a4 can be an idea there as well. I'm actually gonna fill up my glass here with some more beverage, more something to drink, whatever you want to call it. So, all right, let's take a look at this guy again. Okay. So he's pretty much only played 15-minute games. Hmm. Interesting. Okay, so bishop d1 played. Okay, so that's one way of reacting to the threat. Hmm. One thought that crossed my mind here is, what if c takes b4, right? C takes b4, that bishop takes b6, and b takes c3. Is that totally crazy? It looks pretty crazy. Hmm. But in that position, I'm threatening c2. C takes b4, bishop takes b6, b takes c3, and I'm threatening c2 with a fork, and also just to recapture. That seems that seems okay for me actually, but do I have something simpler? I feel like my position is pretty good to the point where I don't need to look for anything so complicated. Is there anything simpler here? Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Well, c takes b4, I think, is my move anyways. Yeah. So after bishop takes b6 here, we could consider... okay, at the very least, bishop takes b6. Yeah, here, rook takes c6, or b6 is good. Okay, but b takes c3. I'm threatening c2 and the bishop. Seems very good. Huh. I mean, the simple way to play is just to take with the rook, right? Rook takes b6, rook takes b6, knight takes b6, takes on b4, and then something like knight c4 or rook c1 or something like that. Hmm. Hmm. But, taking on c3 isn't bad. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, c takes b3, or b takes c3, excuse me. And then, c2, or... But come on, this is good, right? Am I missing something here? Let's just take it. Come on. At the very least, I have two connected passers, and, yeah, I mean, maybe this is not objectively best, but it seems good, right? It seems very active. My rooks are already on the B and C files, supporting the pawns. It's a hard choice, you know, and I kind of was calculating there, but it seems to work out. One move to consider here is knight takes c3, which is kind of a a spoil sport move. But okay, he gets rid of one of my dangerous pawns, and yeah. Okay, I'm up a pawn there, but yeah, one extra pawn on the queen side isn't a whole lot. Okay, it's something good, but yeah, it's material. A lot of material is being traded off there. It's a bit scary with the 4-on-4 on the king's side, because that could easily, let's say every piece was off the board, and the one of my pawns on the queen side, and most of um, my point being that if a lot of material gets off its drosh, save myself there. Anyway, okay. So we saved the piece. Now c2. Okay. c2 and then... Alright, yeah, I know I'm giving away... hmm. Not really giving away. I'll still be up a pawn. I need to get my piece back, though. You know. So now the question for white is to move the knight or give away the bishop. Actually, no, the bishop's going to be lost in either case, I believe, right? Actually, this is tricky. Um, that pawn has three ways of reaching the last rank. So, yeah, probably have to give it like that. Okay, so I have to win with my passed B pawn. Um, okay, rook A2 now, or rook C3. Okay. Rook A2 with threat in B4. Yeah. Alright, this seems most active to me. Very tense position. But okay, B4. I have a really simple plan. I just want to advance my pawns. Okay, this runs into B4, right? B4. B4, bishop C5 check, but then I just have rook to E8. Yeah. This should win material now. Yeah, but I can take it. I have this covered.
White resigns.
Yeah, it was tricky anyways, going back. Here. Bishop E3, bishop B6, bishop C2. I think here, maybe knight A3. And my pawn is under some pressure. Yeah, the computer is not really liking my position here. Then, after knight A3, it looks like bishop A6. Looks good. Interesting. I'm going to have to take a look at this in a little bit, but I hope you enjoyed the video. And, yeah, till next time, have a wonderful day. See you guys later. Thanks for watching.